Welcome to CommunityForce, the cutting-edge grants management platform revolutionizing the way organizations handle their application and funding processes. Enabled by artificial intelligence, our platform features advanced natural language search capabilities and AI detection, streamlining your workflow like never before. CommunityForce also offers seamless integration with a wide array of essential tools and services. From Microsoft and Salesforce to Blackbaud, GuideStar, DocuSign, QuickBooks, Zapier, Google Analytics, and Google Translate, we've got you covered. Plus, with our open API integrations, the possibilities for customization are virtually limitless. Let's dive in and explore how CommunityForce helps organizations seamlessly manage applications for grants, scholarships, fellowships, and other application-based programs. In this demo, we will be showcasing CommunityForce through our grants management platform. We will be going over the grantor and how they have that complete oversight, that 360-degree view of the entire application lifecycle. The award management process and how they can automate the awarding process of their applicants. The reporting module and how they can capture reports from their applicants and create reports on demand. The applicant's perspective and how they can manage their applications in one centralized location. How they can collaborate with their internal staff to successfully submit the application as well as provide their post-award reports. We will also be discussing the evaluator and how they have their own portal to review their assigned applicants, view the application data, uploads, or attachments, as well as how they can submit their evaluations online. Let's begin. This is a typical login page that the applicants will be directed to, and where they can create their account. The admins of the site have branding capability to add their logo on the top left, as well as change the theme colors, button colors, and they can also customize the welcome message. If they don't have an account, they can self-register by clicking the Create New Account button and simply fill out this registration form. Once they have their account created, they can log into the site, and they will be taken to the list of the opportunities that are administered by that organization. This is used like an Active Directory where the organization that administers opportunities can advertise, where the applicants can view a list of opportunities and the details. When they click View Details, they can view more information about the opportunity, the brief description, and eligibility requirements. They can click the Apply Now button if it is within the cycle dates, or they can continue with an application they have already started. The My Applications tab will provide them with a list of applications that they are currently working on, or the applications that they have already submitted. Then we have My Interest Cart. If an applicant is eligible for multiple programs, they can add other applications to their cart. This allows them to easily access and fill out those forms later, especially as the deadline approaches, without the need to search through a long list of opportunities. Next to My Interest Cart is the My Collaborations tab. If they have been added as a collaborator to partake in another application from another applicant, it will show in the My Collaborations tab. The My Proxy Applications feature allows them to view a list of applications that they have started or completed on behalf of someone else. Let's return to the My Applications tab. On this screen, the applicant will be provided with the application name, the program name, the date the application was submitted, the application deadline, and the application status, whether it is submitted or pending submission or additional information is requested. The applicant can also download a PDF copy of the application here. Clicking on one of the application names, the applicant will be redirected to the application dashboard. The admin can customize the instructions for the applicant. Each section of the application is identified by the section block and an icon. Icons and header names can be changed, and each section displays a status completion bar, which is driven by the required questions in that particular section. If we navigate to Agency Profile, it will show you an example of how the questions will be presented to the applicant. Each section can have their own custom unique instructions at the top. If we scroll down, we can see how the questions will look to the applicant. Drop-down questions, radio button questions, numeric questions. There are about 25 plus different types of questions that can be used to build the application form. There is also conditional logic or branch logic that can be applied to the questions. Depending on how the applicant is answering the questions, a new set of questions may open up. For example, if I go into the program budget, scroll down to this question out of the second funding source, if I select yes, new questions will open up. Fields in red indicate required fields so the applicants can visually identify which questions are required in order to successfully submit the application. The applicants will not be able to submit unless all the required questions are answered. You can apply conditional logic to drop-down questions as well as different types of questions throughout your application. Conditional logic is not just limited to radio button questions. Additionally, there are also calculation questions available that the system can calculate for the applicants if necessary. The applicants will also be able to provide their attachments. There may be an attachment section, or the attachments will be uploaded in one of the related sections here. Also at the top, the applicant will have access to features like import responses from existing applications. This feature allows the applicants to import responses from applications they have previously submitted, helping to eliminate redundancy and save time. The imported information can also be edited if needed later. Another feature is Add Collaborator. Applicants can assign someone to collaborate with on an application. We have other features such as comments and preview application. Once the applicant answers all the questions in each section of the application, they have the ability to preview the application before submitting. Another great feature is Manage Members, where others can be invited to collaborate as a team. This ensures that all required questions are successfully complete and allows for greater efficiency. Some applications may be started by a grant writer, but the application may require program or financial information. Instead of that applicant having to reach out to that particular person to capture that information, they can easily invite them to the portal to collaborate on the application. To add that particular user, if they are not already in the system, you can click Create User, enter the information, and it will create their account. When they log in, they will go to the My Applications tab, where they will see the list of applications that are being worked on. If we go to another application under the My Applications tab, you can also see where the applicants can provide post-award reports. This may be required from the grantor, and this section may only open up for the applicants that have been awarded and need to provide a report. This could be a mid-year or final year report. They could also have different deadline dates. Typically, this would be a future deadline date, maybe 6 months after they receive the grant. They will have to go into the system and provide that information. This can also be customized. Whichever data the grantor would need to capture from the awarded applicants, they can customize these questions here to capture that data. This is what we call the post-award report. This is a new section that will open up only for the applicants that have been awarded that particular grant. Let's switch to the admin role. As the administrator, you will have that complete 360-degree oversight of the application lifecycle. Here is where we can see the list of applications or programs that we are administering, where we can see the application name, the name of the grant that it is associated with, as well as the cycle dates. On the right-hand side, we can see the number of applications that are currently in the cycle, and it provides the real-time overview of the applicants who have already applied. Clicking on it, it will take you to the application graph, which visually represents the data. If you click on any of the bars, it will drill down to display the corresponding list of applicants. For example, if I click on the submitted bar, it will open up the list of applicants who have submitted the application. If I return to the home page, and if I click on this program, it will then take me to the list of the applicants that are in the cycle. We have 35 applicants that are currently applying for the 2024-2025 CommunityForce investment brand, and we have some search and filter options available. available. If you want to see applicants that are still pending, you can apply the filters, and from here, you can then maybe notify these applicants that the deadline is approaching soon. Select these applicants, select Notify, and here you can use the template that you have already created for the notification reminder. You can simply create the email by using the available merge fields on the left. These emails can also be scheduled within the Notification Center. Let's go to the Notifications tab and see where we can manage the templates, notify, and schedule emails. To schedule the email, click on Notify. For example, if you want to schedule an email to go out a week before the deadline, you are going to select the applicants that are still pending, and then you are going to set the date and timestamps. Let's say the 13th is the week before the deadline. At this time on the 13th, applicants that are still pending will receive the reminder email. We will now return to the Manage Applications tab. This is where we can view the applicants that may have already submitted or are in pending submission. This information is in real time. If I click on this application here, you can see the real-time data of the applicants. If they are having any issues or they are stuck, you can have access in the real time and assist the applicants through the process. If any applications need additional updates once they submit, they cannot make any changes unless you allow them to. For example, they have uploaded the wrong attachment. The admin will also be able to release the application back to that particular applicant and capture that updated attachment that is needed. This will be used in the release section. If we select the release section here, we can then select which section we want to release. When selected, in the attachment section, we will give this applicant a few extra days to provide the attachment. We can also provide any comments at the bottom. This will be sent via email to the applicant, and they are instructed to go back into the application that they have already submitted and make changes to the attachment section only. As an admin, you will be able to use the Evaluations tab to set up your review process and your committee groups. If you have one or more committees, you can manage them in Manage Committees. You can create groups here and manage the reviewers. Once you have added assigned members for this committee, you can move on to your next committee and add those reviewers. There is no limit to the number of reviewers that can be added to the system, as well as the scoring rubric that could be used. This is set up in the Reviewer Task Setup. Scoring rubrics can be used for multi-stage processes, or if you just have one community group with one rubric, it is also completely fine. The system can have a multi-stage process where it first goes to an LOI review, and then maybe the internal staff reviews for completeness to ensure the attachments they provided are correct. Then there can be the committee review process, or maybe there will be the review board review process, or the final review. Let's look at an example of a preview. As an admin, you can see an example rubric on the left, and the right-hand side will be the application data, which we will cover in the reviewer perspective. Here you can see an example of how the rubric will look for the reviewer. Once you have created the groups, you have created the scoring rubrics, and you have gone through the cycle. You have passed your deadline and the applicants have submitted the application. It is time for you to make those assignments. You can use the system to assign applicants to those particular reviewers in the Assignment to Committees tab. Here is the assignment screen. You will select the rubric they will be using. You are going to display the applicants as well as select the committee group that you want to assign the applicants to. Currently, we have 5 applicants that have been submitted and are now ready for the evaluation. If you want all the 5 applicants to be reviewed 7 times by all the reviewers, simply select all applicants, select all members, and click Save Assignment. In some cases, you may want to divide the applications evenly. For example, if you have, let's say, 70 applications, you might want to assign 10 applications to each reviewer. You can select 10 in the random selection. It will select 10 applicants, and you can assign the 10 applicants to the first reviewer. And once you saved your assignments, you can see the assignments at the bottom. When you're ready, you can notify the reviewers that the evaluations have been assigned, and now they can go on and review the assigned applicants. Let's log in as a reviewer. Once I log in as a reviewer, I will see a list of grant programs that I may be associated with. On the left-hand side, I will see the grant name. On the right-hand side are the tasks I am associated with within the committee group, as well as the assigned number of applicants and the number of submitted reviews. If I select one of the grants, it will then take me to the list of the applicants that have been assigned. Clicking on the applicant name, it will take me to a screen displaying the scoring rubric and the application at the same time. Reviewers don't have to navigate between two different tabs. The rubric on the left-hand side can be enlarged if necessary, and the application is on the right side. This is the reviewer's perspective and how they can see the information of the applicant and how they can submit their evaluation on the left. Once they are done, they will click Save and Next, and they will move to the next applicant. Reviewers are also able to export this data to Microsoft Excel if needed. As you can see, I am in this grant program, and I have 4 applicants. Here are the status and percentage of completion. If I want to export this to Excel, I can. The reviewer can download a batch zip file and convert the applicant's application to a PDF document if necessary. This is the reviewer's perspective in the platform with their assigned evaluations. Now let's log back in as the admin. Once the evaluation process is complete, the admin will have a combined total score of those submitted evaluations. When I go back into this program as the admin and click on the 2024 to 2025 CF Youth Empowerment Program and go to Awards, I can click on Manage Awards, One Fund on the left. This will take me to the list of applicants. I will see the grant program name, the title, the available budget, and how much has already been awarded and what is unallocated. You can use a filter to show the applicants that have been reviewed, and you may want to sort by total score to display your top 10 applicants. By default, the system will provide a list of your top 10 applicants. You may increase this, if necessary, by changing the value of the records on the bottom right. If you are collaborating as a group, and this is more of a narrative review process, you need to access the application. On this screen, you can access the applicant application. You can access the score breakdown, actual breakdown of the score if necessary. When ready to award, you will simply return to the Batch Awards menu and click Edit Mode. This is where you enter the award amount. If the award amount is different between all award applicants, you can manually enter the amounts separately. If all applicants receive equal award amounts, you can do a batch update and update all the applicants at the same time. When you are ready and have saved your work, the assigned amounts will be deducted from your allocated budget. You can then use the system to notify the applicants that they have been selected for the grant. This is when the post-acceptance section could open up for the 6-month report that could be due for those applicants. Once everything has been completed, you can report on the data you have captured in the Manage Reports section. Here are the available system reports or admin-created reports. One very common report is the Awarded Report, where I can view my awarded applicants, the name of the organization, the program name, the fund name, and the award amount. The information is displayed and can be exported to Microsoft Excel if needed. Excel documents will be exported formatted, which looks something like this. Let's take a deeper look at the back end and how the admin can make changes to the existing applications, create new applications, as well as manage their programs. If I want to make any changes to an application I have already created, I can simply select the application name, go into the application settings, and I will see a list of each section of the application. If I want to make any changes to the icon or maybe just change the section name, I will simply click the Edit button. And this is where I can change the name of this section and change the display icon. If I go into the section itself, I can see the questions that have been created. If I need to add a new question, I simply just click Add Question. This is a no-code solution, so users do not need to know any programming language, HTML or JavaScript, to be able to build the application and add questions. They will simply click Add Question, enter their question name, and select the type of question they want to use. There are 25 plus different types of questions they can select from. To speed up new application cycles, you can clone existing applications by using Clone Existing Application. When you click on the Clone Existing Application, select a template in the pop-up and make the needed changes. Any information can be edited as well as the application settings. Funds are managed in Manage Application Fund. Admins can manage the budget for each fund, and this is where the fund name is entered. They will select the application they want to assign, and the budget is entered here. On the bottom, it will provide a description of the particular grant that will be displayed on the listings page for the applicant. As a global admin, you can manage role types. Within the Administration tab, there are 3 default role types present. They are Global Administrator, Reviewer, and Applicant. You can add a new role type and then provide specific access control. This is how simple it is to create an application, create a grant, assign it, and publish it. Once Publish is clicked, the application will be visible on the listings page and be ready to start accepting applications. With CommunityForce, your data always belongs to you, and you can even do more with your data and export it to spreadsheets, visualization applications, or other tools. Thank you for joining us on this demo of CommunityForce Grants Management. We showed you how CommunityForce helps to collect all your information and organizes everyone in one place, how our ability to streamline and automate helps you work faster and smarter. If you would like to learn more about CommunityForce Grants Management and how the demonstrated workflow can be created for you, please reach out to us today for a customized demo.